the perfect place. Keto with Sammy. Keto with Sammy.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Keto with Sammy. For today's recipe, we have a highly requested video. With the cold days coming up in the winter, I thought I'd bring to y'all an awesome stew that y'all can make, and it's so simple, so delicious, very popular. So for today's video, we are going to be making this keto beef stew. So let's get straight to the video. All right, guys. So for our keto beef stew ingredients for our meat, we are using some beef chuck shoulder roast. Then for my oil, I have some avocado oil, but you could use olive oil too. You're going to want some red wine vinegar, some beef broth. I have Flavor God's just pink salt and pepper mix. And then you're going to want some tomato paste, Worcestershire sauce, some bay leaves, minced garlic. I'm using these carrots. You could use any kinds of carrots that you like. These are just the baby cut. Then for our potato replacement, we are going to be using some turnips. Guys, trust me, this is probably the best potato replacement that you're going to get. It is so good. You're going to want some celery. You don't need a whole lot. Some onion, some xanthan gum for thickening, and some parsley flakes. First step you are going to want to do is cut your meat into bite-sized chunks. Just like this, and set it to the side. Alright guys, and after you have all your meat chopped up, we're going to move on to our Instant Pot. Alright guys, so for this recipe, we are going to be using our Instant Pot. You could totally make this over the stove in a pot, but just know it will take a little bit longer. So for our Instant Pot, for our meat, we are going to push the saute button. And that's just going to cook it like it's over the stove. And then you're going to add in 1 tablespoon of avocado oil or olive oil. And then you're just going to let it heat through for about a minute. After your Instant Pot is heated through, we're going to add in our meat. After you have in your meat, you're just going to season it with some salt and pepper for right now. After you have it seasoned, you're just going to cook the meat through and get a nice sear on it. Alright guys, after your meat has a nice sear on it, we're just going to push cancel to stop the sauteing. And now we're going to add our other ingredients. Leave your meat into your pot. First, you're going to want to add your beef broth. I'm going to add the whole container. This is a 32 ounce. Carefully add it in. You don't want it to splash. Once you have your beef broth in, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of our red wine vinegar. 1 and 2. As well as 2 tablespoons of your tomato paste. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then our last ingredient for right now, you're going to add in 1 bay leaf. After you have those ingredients in, you just want to give it a little bit of a mix so the tomato paste breaks up. Now, if you are doing this over the stove in a pot, it's going to take about an hour to an hour and a half to get your meat nice and tender. But since we are doing it in the Instant Pot, it is only going to take 20 minutes. This is why I love the Instant Pot. I highly recommend getting one if you want to cook recipes like this in an instant. So make sure your Instant Pot is on sealing. You're going to push pressure cook. It's on high pressure, and you're going to move the time up to 20 minutes. And then just let it come to pressure and cook. And in the meantime, we are going to chop some veggies. Alright guys, and now for our veggies. For my celery, I usually do about 4 sticks. You can cut them how you like, but I like to cut them into thirds. And I just leave them like this and they cook down. And then I'm just going to set them to the side. Now for our turnip potato replacement, you're going to want to peel off the skin. This part's pretty easy to peel off too on top. Alright guys, and once you have them peeled like this, we're just going to give them a good rinse. Now you're going to chop your turnips into chunky bite-sized pieces. You don't want to do it too small, but you don't want them too big either. So this is about the size that I like to do mine, and then just repeat until you're done. And when you're done, you're just gonna set them to the side. And if you do have carrots that you need to chop up, you wanna chop those up as well, but I just rinse mine since I buy them pre-made like this. You can just toss your veggies all into one bowl because they're going to be going into the Instant Pot together. Chop up a medium-sized onion as well, and I kind of leave mine chunky too, but you could make them as small as you want. Just like this, and set it to the side with your veggies. Once the timer is up on your meat, you're going to want to release the pressure. Okay, once your pressure has all came out and the valve have dropped, just push cancel and carefully open up your lid. Now what you want to do is get a ladle or a spoon, and you're going to take out some of the juice, half a cup, and put it into a bowl to the side. Now to your juice, you're going to add in half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and you're going to add it to the liquid and get a whisk and mix it in. And this is going to help thicken our liquid. Now back to your Instant Pot or your pot. We're going to add in all our veggies. We have our celery, our turnips, our onion, and our carrots. Carefully add it in. Just push it down into the liquid. I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of garlic. And I'm also going just to be adding a little bit more salt and pepper. If you need to add more at the end, you can just taste it as you go. Now that xanthan gum that we mixed in with our juice, you're going to pour it in here. It's a little thick right now, but once you add it to the rest of the juice, it'll mix in. Make sure you do mix it into the liquid, so flip everything around. Get everything nice and stirred. Once you have everything nice and stirred, we're going to put back on our lid. Now, if you are doing this over the stove and not in an Instant Pot, it's going to take about 40 to 45 minutes for your turnips to get nice and tender. You just have to stir it occasionally and check on it. For the Instant Pot, you're going to put it on sealing, and we're going to pressure cook this for another 20 minutes. Hit pressure cook and just let it come to pressure and cook. After your 20 minutes is up, you're going to release the pressure again and then push cancel. Once you have all your pressure released, we're just going to carefully open up our lid. And just to add a little bit more flavor and color, you're just going to sprinkle in some parsley flakes. And you do want to find the bay leaf and take it out and just throw it away. Just give everything a good mix, and your keto beef stew is ready. We're just going to serve up a bowl. It smells and looks delicious. Everything should be nice and tender. You do not want your turnips hard. All right, guys, and here is our delicious keto beef stew. Just served up a bowl for y'all to see. Y'all comment down below if y'all make this and tell me these turnips aren't the perfect replacement for potatoes. They are so good and they go perfect in this beef stew. Question of the day, what is your favorite stew to make? Comment down below. Alright guys, that was today's recipe of our keto beef stew. I hope y'all enjoy this recipe over the chilly days that we have coming up. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in my next video.